lesson tonight with the one and only Willice Ochieng joining us live and direct from Kisii County. Willice, how are you tonight? Let me see that that signature smile of yours, Willice. Where is it?
Betty, what happens? I can still smile, but to be sincere with you tonight, I'm disappointed. But you know, the Kenyan players did their best. That's the best I can say. They did their best, but I am disappointed because I expected more than where we have reached.
Absolutely, Willice. Honestly, we were all rooting, you know, for our fantastic team, but they did a really good job. But they really, I mean, it's still historic with them reaching the quarterfinals, Willice. I feel you. I understand where there's a long phase. But let's hope at least, you know, which is going to cheer you on tonight. Usijali kuna next time, but they really honestly did well. But thanks for you were rooting for them, obviously. Thank you, Willice. All right, Willice, let's get to our lesson tonight. And you've seen tonight we actually have our lovely sister Immaculate Mudhoni. She's an advocate of the High Court. Can you imagine that?
Oh, Immaculate, you know, Betty, I have something about our fellow Kenyans. You see, there's nothing that we can't do. Even if we can be beaten in, you know, but in sport we expect a win or a loss. But Betty, when you come to people like Immaculate, if you look at Immaculate and even listen to her, you can easily say Kenya is a wonder.
Absolutely, Willice. She's here. She's following through.
Yes,
and
that's a great lady.
There's a question she asked, but I'll talk to you a bit later with regards to that, Willice. But let's get straight to our words tonight, and we'd love actually to have them on our screens as a graphic so that we can actually just see what we have, you know, for our audience tonight. All right, let's start with the first word. All right, so this one is L-I-E-U-T-E-N-A-N-T. Hey, Willice, this one, we tackled it a very long time ago. How do we go up? This one I know is a very big surprise to a lot of people. Take it away, Willice, take it away.
Yes. Betty, there are two ways to pronounce that word. And when we talk about pronunciation, that is standard or correct pronunciation, we are talking about those who are in careers of serious communication who should get them right so that they say what exactly they have in mind or the intended message. Now, for this word, you can say lieutenant, lieutenant. That is in British English, lieutenant. But in American English, we have lieutenant, lieutenant, American English. British, or the standard pronunciation, you say lieutenant.
Lieutenant. I think I like I would go with the lieutenant, Willice. I think it sounds more, you know, it sounds better. So lieutenant it is. Thank you so much. But then there's always a lot of people who say lieutenant. All right. Let's move on to this other word. Now, this one I also do not know the pronunciation correctly. C-H-A-G-R-I-N. So do you say chagrin? Of course, the feeling of being annoyed or disappointed or even disgusted.
Betty, that word, many people would find themselves or always find themselves saying chagrin, to the chagrin of so-and-so. But please, the CH, that digraph CH takes the sound sh. So you don't say cha, you say sha. Chagrin, to the chagrin of so-and-so, not to the chagrin that we commonly hear around us. Just like the word chef, not chef. Charlatan, not charlatan. Champagne, not champagne, and not champagne.
I like that, really. So, hey, where's the pop the champagne? You're like, what is that? I want to ask you, Willice, the other one is.
It happens, Betty, because sometimes we say some things very confidently, but it happens, Betty. So sometimes it's better to check, because you may walk into a hall, people are seated, and then you try to shout. It happens, Betty. There are people who think maybe using English, where people are using Kiswahili, that it is, you know, it adds class. But I always advise people, every language in this world is important. So please, if you go to a place, be sure you know what you are talking about. Don't tell them, can I have that champagne, please? People will be shocked, those who know.
Me, trust
So
me,
you
I'll
avoid that.
burst out laughing. I'll burst out laughing, but I hope they're watching and they know.
Yes.
I hope they know. Thanks for that. And this chef.
It happens.
Chef
It
Akwapi,
happens.
Chef
Yes.
Akwapi. Chef, thank you, Willice, for that. Okay, moving on to this other one. This one also I don't have a clue. So do you say thesaurus? This is, of course, a book that contains, you know, like groups of words with similar or related meanings. How do we go about this one?
Oh, yes. Betty, that one you begin with the. Thesaurus.
Oh.
Thesaurus, not thesaurus. Thesaurus. That book is called a thesaurus. Can I have that thesaurus, please? Not thesaurus, not thesaurus. Now, sau, no. So, yes. The, no. The, yes. Thesaurus.
All right, Willice, got you. Okay, and Sister Immaculate wanted to ask you about this word in relation to the Pope. Sister Immaculate, you can just talk to him and Zakuskia. What did you want to ask Willice about that particular word?
Yes, there is this word, P-A-P-A-C-Y. How do we pronounce that word?
Oh, P-A-C-Y. C-Y.
Yes.
Okay, now, many people say papacy, Sister Immaculate, and they innocently say it with a lot of confidence, papacy, but we don't have that in English. You say pay, papacy, papacy. And as I always say, my dear sister, we cannot be spotless or perfect, and we cannot know everything at the same time, especially when we're talking about acquiring a second or a target language. But your answer is papacy, papacy, not papacy.
All right.
Thank you.
You got it?
Yes.
Any other word that you want to ask him?
No.
All right, you're good. Thank you so much, Willice, for that. All right, Willice, very quickly, let's get straight to the words that you had in store for us from our lovely viewers.
Yes, I'll be a bit fast because I know you also have an interview to take us through. Now, Wanjiku Wamwangi, you say determine, not determine. Determine, you also say won. Past tense of win is won, not won. Then you say lose, to lose the match. To lose, not to lose the match. Zach Mainga, ketchup and Jason. By Stephen By, you say potato, potato. Then you say tomato, tomato. But remember, in American English, we also have tomato or tomato. Then we have Humphrey Oyugi, buffalo, not buffalo. Buffalo, common but wrong. You say buffalo. Danish Ondieki, you say synod. Norman Torre Poror, paranoia, recce, and interrogate, to interrogate something or somebody. Now, Nathan Ngetich, ad hoc, Ecclesiastes, then Leonard, not Leonard. Dismas Ombuya, Osowo Mel, Kamau Muranga, Jackson Madegwa, and we also have Timothy Rop and Kiptenai Tom. All these people are asking about a very, very common word on the show. Tortoise, the tortoise, not tortoise. Then we have Dixon Nyaga, you say enmity, plump, and whopping. Lastly, we have Sebi Ototo, you say journalist, a journalist. And then you say do, not da, donkey, donkey. Otherwise, Betty, we have this word for those who are trying their tongues tonight. This word for that sauce is not mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, no. Mayonnaise, no. You say mayo, then naise. Mayonnaise. Mayonnaise. Very tricky, but manageable. Yes, mayo, then the stress comes in. Naise or nay. Mayonnaise, but not mayonnaise. Then we have this word. Many people may doubt this. When you tell them, don't say climbers. Climbers, no. Not in standard English. You say climbers. Climbers, not climbers. The B after M is not pronounced, it is silent. So you say climbers. And lastly, if you have any word, so long as it's English, just send it in, use at Willice Ochieng 1. You can also use at Betty M. Kialo or at TV 47 News. And every Friday night, we'll do the needful. Otherwise, that great lady whom I have listened to in the Nairobi studio, it's the time for you now to listen to that great mind. So Kenyans, let's celebrate our sisters and brothers who have something for us to learn from, like Immaculate. Back to you, Betty.
Thank you so much, Willice. Thank you. Always a pleasure and a great charm having you on the show. Thanks for the corrections that you've said today. Now, Willice, the way you normally like to say, my sister Betty. Now today, we actually have a real one. But I can be your sister. Maybe I would have been Sister Betty, because I always wanted to be a nun, a sister, in the Catholic Church.
Yes.
But so
we have Sister Immaculate.
We left it for Sister Immaculate. Well, thank you so much, Willice Ochieng, for that. We really appreciate you. And of course, always a pleasure. So, Willice, he always gives us these surprises.
Okay.
You don't say elephant, you say elephant.